oddest thing? I feel like I'm writing like my father. I shaped the A as he did, and I really don't have to write this out again, but something's going to come to me. What's important is you've got to look at the apartment numbers in correlation, and I've used his name so many times in the false paperwork. Eric does not have a problem with this attitudinally because I don't approach him on it. This is what I believe. And it's important because, to what we know, he's got the fattest jacket that follows him. So, it's best to keep things clear about, again, false paperwork. And I have the paperwork here that he claims is false. Now, that's not the first time I had false paperwork. You know when it happened? My divorce. My divorce. And that was noticed in the court. Then this came. Same area. Same complaint when the individual found out about it. That's not right. Now what I'm finding is what's happened on the other side of the door. What I was told downstairs through housing. That's not exactly right. And they're using the same systems. Only they're sounding more. And why did I say with Morgan, this is not a courtroom. Don't approach me like this. Don't tell me to take my tone down. You're in my house. And we're addressing my grievances, my security, my living standards here. And that's when I told her they needed to be addressed. From waiting 2 months to get a refrigerator and a stove that worked properly to getting no response about the window, or the fact that you can have the inspector come in and write down the things that aren't functioning and they don't get addressed. So it runs down to the maintenance crew as well. And what I didn't put on here was the maintenance crew that directly correlates to behavior with Amy Sawyer. Yes, her trying to get me to approach and get the maintenance man up in my apartment. Don't you want to date him? He's cute. Who is the gentleman that asked me 3 times, are you working? Are you working? Are you working? 3 different occasions when he saw me out and around. I really was a topic of conversation, and I looked at him and I said, well, if taking care of myself is working, yeah, I'm on it. And I was walking to my car. This is the crap I know. And why did Amy Sawyer say to me downstairs about Kevin, the night watchman? The night watchman. He told me it's okay to masturbate. You tell me in what circumstance he would have said that. That was my question. What a good night that was, him changing the toilet. So enlightening, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay? This is how riled up I get. And when they're banging the drums and beating off over there about whatever, whistling, useless bitch, here little girl, yeah, all of that for years, yeah, it's just sitting in me. Am I safe? Everyone around me is safe from me. Yeah. Me being here is just sitting in it. And a war zone is a war zone, and you don't get out when you want to get out. You get out when it's done. And I said that all along. If I had up and moved, if I had just booked out of here and said, I can't do this, they would have put somebody else here specifically. And it would have continued. And it would have looked like, another one just couldn't put up with it, couldn't do it here. Not to your liking, people. Not to your little token game that you were running around. And why is it? It's like Kleptoville. I went into Walmart, wanted a new charger, and I thought, there's nobody in this department this hour in the morning. And everything's locked up because all the kleptos are in here all the time. But that happens in my building. And let's go back to the free table. Why? Why did that goodness get shut down? But I did empty my parents' house into the free table. Boy, that was generous, and we had a reciprocal thing going. You find something, you go into your apartment, small apartment, you got too much, we'd put it back out. But that kind of thing just wasn't tolerated. It got shut down. So, did you kids get kicked out of the community room for a month because of bad behavior? Because they can't put you anywhere? But you got to get along with each other, just like being in a regular house. You forgot that's what this is. You forgot. You don't control it. You don't get to manipulate our verifications, certifications, and exceptions. You don't get to choose that. 20 years here. 20 years here. And if all you needed was a car, don't you think you could have saved for it yourself? Because we'll wonder, what's wrong with your finances? How come you can't get up and over yourself? You've been here so long. You like to do not-for-profit projects. As long as you can get that, you'll do it. You'll do a project. You'll do some work, right? That's your MO. And again, you never should have contacted the men I was involved with. Never. Never. I don't know how you're going to save face in public at this point. I just don't. The Single White Female, if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. You really do. It's that creepy. I mean, the hair, everything. That day with the outfit was just like, I grabbed the stuff and I put it on the mat. I've done that quite a bit. My own symbology. Nobody was knocking on the door, but they were hearing it all. And some of it did make sense. And the day of the fire, I put the stuff out about Nancy Bean on the mat. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Just get used to it, you people. No, 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 no. Any new ideas? No, 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 no. You couldn't see the profit in it. It's just, I cannot imagine the whole rat's nest at the courthouse. At the courthouse. I'm not the only one that has a legitimate dispute. There's a lot of mediation going on. So it tells me that they are attempting to accommodate as best they can, but I'm actually in a little bit of a different lane here. Because we're going into the sex crimes unit. So, you never should have played around. You have to make your own life, your own identity, and you have to wait for them to come to you. Because things are so unstable and undetermined as far as what will trigger her next. Will it get worse? But as you can tell, even physically, I rebound pretty quick when I set my mind to it. New pillows, a hot bath, all my laundry's done. And then I fade it off to listening to Carl, and then I'll go back to it again. This impeachment stuff is interesting. It is. Conduct.